come to that in just a moment. The latest of the last series of MI5 drama Spooks returned to our screens last Sunday with its mix of action and adrenaline.
And whilst the action was ample, there was no trace of a case officer, Lucas North, who may or may not have been killed in the last series.
Yeah, he went off the roof, of course, but we never saw a body.
No,
but there was a new addition to the team with the introduction of the latest leader of Section D, Erin Watts.
I want Martha Ford to get everything she can on Ilya Gavrik before we pull her out. We may not get this opportunity again.
We shouldn't tell her she's in danger of exposure, not until we get the intel.
Agreed. Be ready to extract her at a moment's notice if her file is released. But don't tell her the truth for now. We need to keep her focused on getting what we need. Does that make you uncomfortable?
It wouldn't matter if it did.
Oh, that's great. It's a bit awkward in here at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a bit tense. It's actually quite tense. Welcome. Good to see you.
I won't come after you, I promise.
Really? Okay. This is because I was tweeting last weekend watching Downton Abbey, which is on the other side of Spooks. So I think it is perfectly possible to watch and enjoy both shows. It's a bit sad that they're opposite each other.
I think it's really sad, but brilliant programme.
I'm a big Sky Plus fan, and I'm
And
there.
I guess nowadays with like the iPlayers and the ITV players, there's a possibility. And the fact that over 15 million people were watching Sunday night drama, whether it was Downton or Spooks, is great because they're both wonderful TV programmes.
And the Spooks itself, I mean, is a real sort of British institution now, isn't it? And this is the 10th
and final
series.
season.
I can't quite believe it. So for you coming in, it must be sort of slightly bittersweet, really. Amazing to be in and be part of it, but also knowing that this is it, really.
I think it was wonderful, you know, to join such a well-established show. You know, you can seamlessly come in, bring what you want to the table, knowing that it's a ready-made product, you're safe, you know, in that environment. And I think also because it is the final season, they've also put so many fireworks and make it such an epic season that I feel like I'm coming in and going out with a bang. So
it could be, and we don't know. It could quite literally, because the thing about it being the last one, no one's safe. Anyone could get killed.
No one's ever safe in Spooks.
No, they're really not.
It's the nature of the show.
Well, you know quite a bit about it because Lucas, Richard Armitage, is a friend of yours. So you've worked with him. So was he giving you sort of tips as to how to get the part, and once you got it, how to play it?
No, he didn't do that. What he did do very kindly is email me and say, you know, this is a gift, you know, to get to play the drama and the action. As a woman, you know, it's a gift for you. And he said, make sure they know that, you know, you've come from a theatre and a dance and a very physically able background, because when it comes to the stunt stuff, you're more than able. So he just kind of gave me a poke to say,
do you enjoy
be confident.
that stunt?
I really did, actually. I think it does the character justice to do as much of it as you possibly can. Obviously, for insurance reasons, there's certain things you can't do. But I really enjoyed it.
And also, you did a gun masterclass, didn't you? You had to do a proper training. I mean, this is...
I'm handling a James Bond Walther PPK, so I was like, I need to know how to work this bad boy. So that was cool, and just kind of running in heels. You know, most of the time I'm with Max Brown, who plays Dimitri in the show, who's 6'3". And at 5'3", I was obviously then in heels all the time, running down the streets of London. And
what's her relationship like with Harry? Because I know that because Harry had looked to the safety of Ruth rather than the state secrets, that he'd been demoted at the end of the last run. And so you come in as his superior. What's their relationship like?
Well, it's one of those things where, you know, Harry Pearce has been so iconic within MI5 that I think coming in as a very young, up-and-coming newbie, it's kind of hard because he's been my mentor. So you put that person on a pedestal and they set a precedent, and then when you then start to get to know them as a work colleague, you see their flaws, you see their weaknesses, and you suddenly realise that they're human, and that's where we kind of butt heads, and I feel like I can bring my opinion and my strengths to the table.
Did you call Harry a butthead then?
No, we as characters would butt heads. God, I would like to butt Peter Pan's head, that's for sure.
And she's 30 and she has a 5-year-old, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Which actually adds to that character for her, because she's sort of got this drive and determination there. She's sort of her child that's made her want to succeed.
You know, that controversy that I'm sure you guys have as parents, where sometimes, you know, you have that work, personal life conflict, and in the stakes that I'm working in, or Erin's working in within MI5, their stakes are so high that you're making moral decisions, professional decisions, personal decisions, and always trying to do the best by everyone, and we see that a lot in this season
Yeah.
for my character.
You've had some great roles, haven't
Just
you?
the best
I know,
roles.
knock on wood.
Really, and the most, I mean, I love Sherlock Holmes, the new show. I absolutely loved it. And you're coming into the new series, aren't you, as the love interest?
Yes, I'm playing Irene Adler
Well,
opposite
you've got a
Benedict.
fantastic
Yeah,
role.
Stephen Moffat's written such a beautiful episode where, you know, we're kind of... It's kind of like a game of chess. You know, we're just playing mental games, mind games the entire time, and it's so much fun to see kind of Sherlock dealing with love rather than Sherlock knowing what being in love is about. It kind
Yes, but this is the real thing.
of... It'll be really exciting, actually.
And one of the big breaks was doing a play in LA, wasn't it? And you said that there are not a great amount of high-quality plays in Los Angeles. So if you get something, and I think that's what you said, and that's, so when you're in one, and this was Parade that you were in, it's a great showcase to get noticed.
Well, the thing is, the majority of theatre in America is in New York, as we all know, and I was fortunate that I did this play at the Donmar Warehouse in London, which got transferred to Los Angeles. And so when a good piece of theatre is going on in LA, everyone wants to know about it. So you've got the whole of Hollywood, who are always trying to find the next big thing. You know, we had Kirk Douglas on the second row, we had Bryan Singer, the director, Alan Ball, obviously, who was involved with True Blood, and
that's where that then came about, the opportunity to be
yeah. You just never know, do you, who's in the audience of anything?
No, absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been
pleasure.
absolutely lovely to see you. There you go. We're just looking at a little bit of True Blood there. In the meantime, it's Spooks, and that's what you're here to discuss, and it's Sunday on
9
BBC
p.m.
One.
on
Thank you
Sundays.
very much.
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Lovely to see you. Right, what we got next?
Well,